Welcome back to Genshin Impact, and today we're finishing up this event. Any second now we'll start. Any second.
Paimon just heard
There
that
it
the
goes.
Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city.
Good.
Maybe they were the ones plotting to kidnap Sachin.
Wait, is he actually even
Let's
still
go to
alive?
Academia and check with Arav.
There could be the possibility that Sachin is actually dead or hooked up to some type of machine, since we saw him in that weird way that we were seeing the Wanderer back when he was the Balladeer. Scaramucci. That was his name. I had to stop and remember for a second. Holy crap. Can you load faster? Like, even slightly? Just a little bit. There you go. All right, where do we got to go? Oh, yeah, we were in Hatham's house. Ooh, we got to go up, skibidi bup. Might as well just run up here. Probably wouldn't take too much of a difference of time. Except for now, we're out of stamina. We'll make it. We're out of stamina again. In we go, and hello. I forgot your name. Forgot how to pronounce it too.
You're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. I only just finished interrogating the suspects.
Oh,
What did
really?
you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected details, let's put it that way. The
Like,
mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
What?
ah,
Why would someone want to kidnap their own father?
because they're not getting the inheritance.
It's anybody's guess at this point.
It's because he's not getting the
In
inheritance
any
and he
event,
wants it.
apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh
Most
gosh.
of them are still snooping around outside the city. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up.
That's dangerous.
Would you like to come along?
Yes.
Sure. Let's go get to the bottom of all this.
Yes. Let's. Gatherings and partings. Yeah, the whole reason why his own son is doing it is because, well, the guy said that he wants to give his inheritance to whoever he feels is most like him, which is apparently not his child, and his child is not happy about that. You always see this problem in manga and manhwa when it comes to royalty, mostly, where they have like the older son that's the crown prince, but he's a completely horrible, terrible person with no real skills. And then you have the younger one that's kind of victimized by him, the younger prince, but he's the one that's actually like really good, and that's kind of the reason why he's victimized by the crown prince. Oh shoot, what happened here? Did someone get here first? I think they're unrelated.
Are you sure this is the right place? Something
Maybe they are
feels
related.
off.
I'm positive. But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
Someone else hit them? I saw more people over here.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here.
They paid
know
you
what
to
the
commit a
real
crime.
culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
You're still at fault.
What
You're trying to
happened?
commit a crime of
Who beat you
kidnapping
up?
somebody. Isn't that obvious?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who?
With who? Who did this?
Describe
First
them.
there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Giovanni.
They got
Sachin's
jumped by the
son.
Wanderer and
If you have any
Alhaitham.
questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting
Nahida?
them all and taking them back to the Academia for further interrogation.
Okay.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
Because he wants the inheritance.
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought for my welfare.
That's a
As
good
if
point.
that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius he admired.
Doesn't need to be a
That's
genius.
my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him.
Were you seriously planning to...
Of course. Didn't he say he would be here somewhere, watching the championship from the shadows? So,
Not the shadows,
I
you
figured
probably
I'd
think.
get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly announce that I'm his chosen genius.
So stupid. Did you find him?
No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably cooped up somewhere watching all this go on and laughing to himself.
No, I'm sure he's disappointed in you.
I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of.
What do you know about the Diadem of Knowledge?
Diadem of Knowledge? You mean that thing he donated to the academia?
See.
Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of assets to purchase it back in the day.
So how much of an inheritance does he
Weird
have
things
left?
started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the storage room. Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and researched it non-stop for days. Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean something wrong?
Kind of
with
sounds like
him?
canned knowledge. But the high-pitched voice could have been
I have a vague
Nahida.
memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research and didn't return for many years. When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays day and night. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. When he got back, he signed his contract with the academia. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called Sachin was a demon from the desert who was wearing his skin.
I think he got you deep in something.
Okay, you can stop now. You're creeping Paimon out.
You don't want to
You
creep
can
Paimon
believe
out.
me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell him this for me.
That he's a failure of a father.
Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
You finished? In that case, come with us.
Yeah, you gotta be locked up, dude.
Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing us with the critical information.
No problem.
Do you still have any lingering concerns?
The Diadem of Knowledge.
Yeah, Al-Haytham's notes do mention that item.
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter.
Yep. That's why he's probably the second person that came by.
Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem, I'd suggest contacting the organizers and getting them to pause the competitions while we investigate.
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue. We need to tell Karina what's going on.
Okay. Let's go all the way back to the venue. Over here. Al-Haytham's probably going to be there, and he's probably going to tell us not to stop it. Nobody else is here. Huh. I would have thought that we would have to interrupt. But no, doesn't look like that.
Karina!
You're finally back.
We need to stop the competition.
Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round's already started.
We
Uh-oh.
were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap Sachin. But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the Diadem of Knowledge, and we'd like to investigate it.
The diadem? That seems unlikely.
What you mean?
The Diadem of Knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now?
Some new information has come to light. Yo, what if he's inside the Diadem of Knowledge? That's where he's watching from. That would make sense.
This is pretty serious.
Because he's watching in an abstract manner.
Okay, here's the situation.
Okay.
The diadem is currently in Mount Ima Forest.
Okay.
We moved it there before the third round began.
Uh-huh.
In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Ima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points.
What about everybody else?
Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it in time.
We have to give it a shot. Wait, aren't the two people in first place tied at 4 points? Doesn't that just mean that's whoever doesn't have points, the Wanderer, just needs to come back?
I'll mark the diadem's location for you.
Why is my voice cracking
Please
so
head
much?
there immediately. Let's hope nothing happens.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
That's weird. The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it? Ugh. Let's just go grab the diadem.
Okay. Let's... Wrong way. Oh, man. This is the closest I can get. Let's go. Excuse me? Oh, man. I wanted to... Come on, let me bounce. I want to bounce, bigoted bounce. Okay, finally, I bounced, bigoted bounced. Oh, this is so hard to just bounce. Somebody's already going to be at it. Watch. It's going to be the Wanderer. Paimon's going to suspect that he's up to something bad, but he's actually not going to be. It's just a history thing. Why is that sectioned off? You know what? I don't care. Alright, it's right below us. Back up from it. I don't want to follow my death in a cutscene. I've done that too many times. No more. Is it down there in that chest? By that animo slime? Let's see. No, it's not in the chest.
Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might as well head back and see if anyone's turned it in.
Return to the finish line. What the heck is that? I don't feel like that looks like one of the mushroom things. That looks different. Whatever. Let's go back to this one again. Yeah, all the Wanderer has to do is get it, and there's a 4-way tie for first. I think that's Al Heath, and we can see clearly, and Nilu is behind the post. Let's keep going. Down, down, down.
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
Oh, wow. It's one of these types of things. Wanderer snatched it.
That guy enters the fray.
He's gonna be hard to catch. How did he drop it? They really did the frustration animation. And so blatantly, too. Sanari. Wanderer still has the advantage. Although Sino is closing in quickly.
Amazon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
They're so busy fighting, Kaveh might actually snatch it. Oh, he's taking advantage. Oh wait, no, the Wanderer still had it. It's like a crown.
It's Kave's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner.
Gotta put it on the pedestal. Better do it quickly. Uh-oh.
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place.
Oh!
You shall gain all you desire.
Dude's trying to take him over. That's why he would give all of his stuff to whoever he felt was the most like him. It's because he's going to take over whoever it is so he can get all of his stuff back with a new body.
No, disappoint me. What just happened to me?
Just put it on the pedestal. Just put it on the pedestal. Never touch it again.
Something's wrong.
You're right, Sino. Wait, no, he can't put it on the pedestal, can he? Is that when it engages? There he is. Don't tell me he's just going to be another corrupt old man in the academia. I feel like he's just going to be another corrupt old man in the academia.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate, and with it, my research.
What makes you think that he wants your research?
Come, Kave. Come to me, my child.
Don't do it. I don't trust him.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he. More cognizant of the trials and tribulations of this world. It is you who are worthy to inherit all that I once owned. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention and bear witness.
Just don't trust him.
You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdarshan Championship. The Academia has many rare talents among its ranks, and you are the creme of the creme.
Alhaitham, Sino, be ready to move in.
But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kave. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similarities in character.
Me? Similar to you?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists, and that is the source of our misery. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, endless strife and slaughter.
And your goal is...
Conflict over water sources, robbing of merchant caravans, exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a completely different world from the one I knew.
Please, that happens here.
The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly.
By here, I mean
I wished
the rest
desperately
of
to
Sumeru.
find a way to save them.
Yeah, not too often. Kind of an everywhere type thing.
Did you find a way?
No.
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the answer.
And he failed?
I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the desert who called themselves the Lost Darshan. But in the end, I found that the answer I sought simply did not exist. It was
Bummer.
not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict, and conflict begets destruction. This is the inexorable truth. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history, But what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. Things can only ever go from bad to worse.
Not necessarily.
After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness, I could no longer bear to face life. And so, I decided to bring my life to an end. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness. Into it, I placed my experiences before requesting that the Academia manage my estate.
As I thought, the contract you signed with the Academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. You may regard this as the very last experiment of them all.
Thinking over the mind of another?
Academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the worthiest of individuals, my hope was that one day, I would find one who could untangle the mystery of human nature once and for all.
Still don't trust him.
And help to move the world onto a better path.
Still don't trust him.
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of humanity, society, and the world.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
Yeah.
You are highly intelligent. Yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking.
Doesn't mean your line of thinking is right.
To me, this is also part of the experiment. Part of my investigation into human nature. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking, my research will have progressed.
Not really, because you'll be gone. So you won't be there to track it.
The fundamental sickness of the world.
You'd have to depend on
the
Kaveh
unbearable
tracking.
weight of its history, and I lament the research that I failed to complete. And this, Kaveh, my dear child, is why you will be of great utility to me.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do with as I please?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh.
Don't do it.
And complete the journey that I could not.
Don't do it. Don't put it on your head. Don't do it. See? You're even in a weakened state. Don't do it.
Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
Good work.
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain?
What about your own child?
Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them.
Ah, that's what he wanted. Kaveh can still move out of Alhaitham's place. He won. Like the regular event, so he should have enough money to be able to move out.
I guess that'll be the end of that.
Kaveh.
Could be that's actually what Sachin actually wanted.
Are you all right? Any physical discomfort?
I'm fine.
Doesn't really seem like it.
Tighnari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, this also makes him the winner of the Inter-Darshan Championship. As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety of his estate. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, let's use what he left behind to change it for the better.
Because he already didn't do a
Projecting
good
the
job
world
with his
will
own
achieve
child.
Nothing. He and I, we're not the same.
All
Good.
right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. What
Exactly.
I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our footsteps. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. No one else has to hear them now. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility. It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing I can do.
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from admitting it. Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing committee, it is my honor to congratulate you on your victory.
They're not going to make him pay for the
What?
diadem, are they?
Please, I
That'd
don't
be
need your
trash.
insincere praise. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my views.
There's his arrogance.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award ceremony. Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
Sounds good, although first we just got enough primo gems. Let's get one more intertwined fates, which all I needed was one more. Now I got 10. I'm gonna try for Ganyu because I don't have her yet. If I get Candace, go. I tried Candace during the trial run. Loved using her. She is great. I love the shield. The shield is fantastic. I would love to have Candace. Okay, enough of the weapons. Show me a character. And we got her. Love it. Like I said, I love that shield. The shield is great. The shield is magnificent. Out of 4-star characters, she's the one that I'm probably most excited about using. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Now let's go ahead and buy 2 of these because that's all we can afford. And now we continue on with this event. Wait, where are we going? Ah, over here. Back to the main stage. And where's everybody?
Thank you all for your excellent performance.
I guess they're just gonna come in
And
this
that
way.
brings this year's Interdarshan Championship to a close.
Are we the only crowd? Okay, there's 2 more people here. Oh,
Finally,
4 more people
it
that
gives
are
me
not
great
contestants.
pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award.
Woo, Kaveh!
Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much, Mora.
And he gave it all up?
Money and everything, dude.
Kave's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kave? I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are curious to learn why you decided to give all this wealth away.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that.
True.
As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there, thanks very much.
Oh, Kave, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with.
Give it to Sino.
Please take this limited edition Genius
Sino.
Invocation TCG card.
He's the only other contestant I see there.
Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the Sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
Nice. It's gonna be nice for somebody in the
All right,
academia.
I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kave one last big round of applause.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my entire life.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still got the whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
That was a horrible explanation, dude. Kave, get the card to Sino.
Glad that's
Sino wants it.
over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so tiring.
Yeah, you seem to be pretty exhausted going into it.
Still exhausted from the competition?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you don't look happy at all,
Mm-hmm.
but whatever else happened, you're the champion, you know? Don't you think you should be proud of that?
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And now I have it, right here.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of more off it.
He already
Why would
gave
I
up
do
Mora.
that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
He's right over there.
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal. You should do it yourself.
Yep.
Come on, let's go find Sino.
He may just give you a hug. A monotone hug.
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
Paimon's that strong? Aw, there's a lone Sino sitting there, sad that he didn't win his card.
What you looking at, Sino?
The ground.
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
You don't play. Currently, I don't either. You so happy?
But it's limited edition. Kave, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
Why is that his assumption?
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right.
But I
In
hate
that
to make it
case,
help.
I accept your generosity. But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you.
What you gonna do?
How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
How much is that? It's probably a lot.
Come on, it's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
A lot.
1 million more at the very least.
Oh, wow. But you have that just in the tuck?
How much?
$1 million more?
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
1 million.
He's got
more
a million
for
in the
card?
tuck. More
But you
than a
already
million
have
in the
a whole
tuck.
bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Not every card is
Wait.
this valuable, and some cards
So he does
are
play.
exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Speaking from experience.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience.
Yep.
I guess you've been through a lot?
Yep.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yep.
In that case,
He was the one to bring up the Elizabeth
maybe you're
Alhaitham.
the one who should be listening to your advice.
Good point.
In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month.
How much in debt
Maybe I'll
are you?
even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
You're really trying to burn through all of it, huh?
This is what they call all's well that ends well.
What about moving out of Alhaitham's?
Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing. Let's go check in with them, shall we? Since we're guest commentators and all.
It would be really short if we just ended it here. Because you'd kind of think that it's done, but it's kind of not done at the same time. Are they inside? That was quick. I think they're inside. All right, the rest of the contestants are... Not here. Can I get a higher or lower on the distance? I think it's higher. I think it's much, much higher. No. I don't know where to go. Where do I go? Where do we go from here? Are they all underneath? This is like my last hope of where they could be. They're here!
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
Yeah, that's back in the day.
Well, then, sure, Madame Farzan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Don't let her.
Nilu! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Talking.
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farzan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Don't trust her.
Wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Yep.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Good call.
Wait. Madame Farzan's right. That style is a classic and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, there's some other options too.
Go with
If you
Nilu.
don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone?
Go with Nilu.
It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know a few places where I can get a great bargain.
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Okay, Grandma.
Farazan? Come quick, she's over here.
Oh. Why are they looking for her? I feel like it's going to be something like offhanded.
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition. Do you have any classes we could sign up for?
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision mechanics?
I'm from Haravatat.
I need a better description than that.
But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darshan in the championship. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
You sure they're not going to be too boring?
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madam Farazan, and I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations, I think.
Traveler,
She got a new
Paimon,
student. That's all you need to know.
Would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later.
I would love to get Aether in some new clothes.
Oh, by the way, have any of you seen Hat Guy or Layla?
I don't know where Hat Guy went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, though.
Where's she at?
But she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Yeah,
His
pretty much.
students. They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right?
Oh, they better not be bullying her.
She didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that. Let's go take a peek.
It's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be people really supportive of the normal sleepy version of Layla, or it's going to be the mean ones trying to bully her, but it's sleep Layla. It's going to be one of the two. Hold on. If I stop here, will I get sparkles that tell me the direction? No. Alright, well, let's try going out here. Hi, puppy! And to the left now. Ooh, chest.
A reward on the road.
I'm not expecting to get a chest right there. Yo, where's she at? Not really any closer, am I? Nope. There. Yes, please. Thank you. Yay! Around we go. Oh, so yeah, basically to get up here, I was going to have to go through that cutscene anyway, or go through the whole entire academia. That one cutscene that started this whole thing off, that actually goes to a different quest. The Nightbird falls at the curtains. They actually needed to do before you did this whole competition, but I did the quick start, so I didn't have to do it. Yeah, that.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Okay, they're gonna be kind
soon.
students.
Better in the third round.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
Well, she didn't either. She just kind of got forced into
The
it.
whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first two rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3.
Yeah, that's true.
You came so close to winning the competition.
They got snatched away by the Wanderer.
Just got lucky, I think.
Or Hat guy.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing, all of you. Getting points off them is
And
a huge
Scaramucci, a
achievement.
former god.
The way I see it, people aren't
Or attempted
exaggerating
god.
one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Oh, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the second round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great.
She still doesn't know about our DID.
Since the end of the competition.
That's what it's called, right? DID.
Oh well, it's
Dissociative identity disorder.
better go meet up with Kaveh and
Yeah.
Sino now.
She's basically Moon Knight. That means Sleepy Layla is Mark Spector. I guess the Layla that we know does really work well for Stephen Grant. All right. And Hat Guy's going to be in here. Enjoying some food. Up. There's an upstairs here? I ain't never been up here. Oh, no, this is where the dinner is. That Kaveh is paying for.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't
What
blow
about
it
that
all
guy?
at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means.
Did you take
anyway,
time
I've
on into
lost
account?
count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here.
Yes, hi, sir, spare chair.
Look at all this.
Or two. Does Paimon use a chair? Did she use a high chair?
Heard
Does
that
she just
you
sit on
went
the
to see
table?
The other contestants.
Does she just float there and
How's
eat?
everyone
How does
doing?
Paimon eat?
Faruzan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though. Who knows where he's gone?
Al-Haytham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace.
Meet up with Hat Guy.
That guy.
That guy and Hat
He's
Guy.
gone. I still have questions about that note he left.
What note?
Well, whatever. He can do what he wants.
Paimon has a chair.
Let's eat.
She just floats over it. You all share a delicious meal. How come I never had these questions about
You
how Paimon
shocked
eats
me a little
before?
when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachine's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me.
I bet.
It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he
I
went
still
on.
think he was trying to take over.
Like I was saying at the time, his views are not
And
necessarily
he would have done that when the
completely
crown went
without
on his
value.
head.
But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
Yeah.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Matra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style.
Yeah, that wouldn't have.
I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew what he was doing.
He wanted you to end it.
I just think that if you
Or he
accept
wanted to
someone
take over.
else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Al-Haytham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't here.
Uh-huh.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Al-Haytham.
He's obsessed.
I sense that Al-Haytham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
in your mind.
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
Is that supposed to be a joke? What was the crackling sound?
That was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tainari,
Says the
did you
person that
achieve
brought
what
him
you
up.
wanted out of the championship?
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, a record number of people have signed up to attend the next lecture. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along, maybe even say a few words.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
Don't give Paimon that option.
Thanks. Paimon's super full, too.
You got lucky this time.
We could eat like this every day.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely come here again.
Sounds
On
good.
whose bill?
We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.
Especially Paimon.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
He wants to play you in TCG. Alright, let's leave. Because there's still going to be more. I can feel it. Because we haven't met up with Alhaitham and Hat Guy. And there was dialogue about what they could be doing. I like that I was able to leave with my back to another door as soon as I was done talking. It made it feel like it was a bit more epic, even though it's not really an epic thing. Right into a cutscene.
Well, it looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Have you still got anything else on your mind?
Sachin's research.
Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with but Kaveh smashed the diadem of knowledge before he could finish. It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Where do you think it could be?
Aru Village?
Holy smokes, you're right! He said he spent all that time researching in the desert, didn't he? So it's very possible that that's where he'd leave all his suits. Alright then, let's head off to Aru Village and try our luck!
Okay. Hold on. I just noticed. He must be here for a limited time because I don't remember him and you can't buy anything either. Alright. So Aru Village. The one waypoint that's actually in the village. And then we wait to load in again. It wasn't too long of a wait though. Ooh, I got Sparkles telling me where to go this time! Always nice when you got Sparkles telling you where to go. Alhaitham? He's reading a book. Shut up. I wanted to get whatever was sparkling here! Fine, we'll just talk to Alhaitham. Hi, Alhaitham.
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Are you reading the notes?
What are you doing here? And what are you reading?
The notes? The notes?
Sachin's notes?
Yes, the notes.
Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait, so you've read it already? Are you alright? How do you feel?
I
wasn't
think you may
magical.
have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword.
True.
Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was. Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality.
Think of Kaveh giving up the
And that
competition for the
reality
boxes.
is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But, at the end of the day, for all these experiment results and conclusions, it's just one person's perspective. Sachin's.
Correct.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius.
Uh-huh.
He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might say his views were correct.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse?
People are bad,
All
but
of that's true?
they can get worse or better.
That is
Because you
not
also
a
have good
question for me
people.
to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly.
I guess it's
You
yes
can
and
ask them
no's.
instead. All I will
That
say
guy.
is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all.
Those words you wrote among your notes. What did the line written in ancient script mean?
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away the ignorance that blinds them. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates. All right then, I got what I came for. These research materials are yours to look after. I'll be off.
Are we gonna give them to the Wanderer, the hat guy?
So you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of thing.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
Because he wants to act like he doesn't like you, but he really does like you. That's the reason why he brings you up all the time, even when you're not there.
There he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research.
Nah. Not the right type on the Enneagram.
Someone else would answer our questions. Who do you think that'll be?
That guy. Wait around near the research materials. Hat guy and Nahida. It would make sense.
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here.
We are Nahida.
Oh, and that guy. Wait,
That's so mean,
so
Paimon.
you asked him to take part in the championship?
Yeah.
Yes, it was me. Are you surprised?
Actually, not really.
Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one? Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth.
Fair.
So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
He looks happy.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, If Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally. But it looks like that didn't work out.
Nah.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Nita, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Does that mean that you approve of his research?
Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar.
Huh?
Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom.
That's a boar.
Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside and determine that the shroom boar is meat.
So I'm 2 out of 3.
Conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom boar.
As their own thing.
Kinda gets it, but also not really.
Saying everybody looks at things from different
The
perspectives.
same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety.
Nor do you really want
All
to.
of us are somewhere on the path toward truth. Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus only on its evils. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people hope it will become. But of course, I don't mean that as a criticism or a call to action. Ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find its purpose.
She said duty.
That was a long speech. So what
True.
are you actually going to do with these research materials?
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up. But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I will not stop them.
Maybe get to somebody that could
I
have a
also look
positive
forward
outlook
to the
on
day
everything.
that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the despair as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you need to look for.
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you?
You're gonna give it to the Wanderer?
I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Oh boy, here we go again.
I don't know the
You
again.
think so? Well, to that,
Let's skip this mission.
I would say that in Sumeru,
For now.
even prisoners have a right to an education. I hope that
Admirable.
your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate and learn how best to settle old debts from your past. I will review your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hat Guy.
He likes it there. Gatherings and partings. Quest complete. Yo, what about the sun, though? Go back to the academia and take a look over. That's something different. Is that this? No. What does this go back and take a look around? Oh, are they just saying that because of all the other stuff that's left in the event? Yeah, everything for the gala excitement. Wish I will get that done. There's a total of 10 days left to do it, but you know what? It's okay, because that will be the next half episode. Hold on. Oh, it just gave it to me? This is probably what happened last time, too. I just don't remember. Hold on. Battle Pass. Yoink! Nice. Get this Mora. Get this resin. And that'll be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Aether, what are you looking at? Till next time, deuces.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an AK, wet working.
roaches get the race spray. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle, waving it at Caesar. So if I was